So for Capricorns, because this buck moon is in your season, it just makes sense that you're going to feel things heightened, like intense. Themes around how you identify with yourself, your purpose, coming through, just feeling your authenticity, your authentic self, which is galactic for the entire year. I've talked about authenticity, transformation there. But this is a time for you to really climb into your skin, step into the limelight. So it's got your name on it. This is your signature seed sound. So this is like bringing a big culmination near a personal along with professional goal, focusing that maybe you've actually been working hard towards for actually quite some time. So you may have more kind of energy around it now, kind of a domineering kind of energy. Don't be afraid to kind of draw the line, set the boundary, bring it in, the full pour of love. Inshallah and Ashe, as always. Divine wills, blessings to you and for you. And welcome to the full buck moon in Capricorn. Blessings. So how were your morning rituals as we are actually becoming emotionally aligned with our heart? How we treat our feelings and what feelings are treating us the divine pour. So are you shifting your gears, plans to take care of yourself better and feeling better about who you are, healing how you treat yourself and how you allow others to treat you as well? So gratitude and blessings to you and for you. We've actually taken my show above the 555. So it's time to hit the elven numbers of infinity and beyond. The 1111. So if you're feeling the divine pour of love, it's super fantastic to see that you have all been referring your friends and guests to my show. And of course, did you know that when we hit the 777, this truly is spirit of the self, the inner guard, our inner spirit, the spirit of the guard, the guardians of our galaxy, along with the spirit of our higher self. It then becomes the divine self in alignment, resonating with Creator, the Creatrix, the Oneness. So this is one of the reasons why numbers are so very powerful. It's the Powerball. It's truly the lottery and consciousness, the matrix. And today is actually the jackpot of that energy. So with that, go ahead and share the excitement with your friends. Go ahead and hit that white rabbit. It truly is the only way that I can guarantee that you're going to hit the nutritional quotient that your soul so deserves. So when we heal our core wounds of how we treat ourselves, along with how we allow others to treat us, this builds our emotional foundation, our security, our safety, adrenals, kidneys, producing agents, if you will, creating the zone of emotional neutrality, where this is integrating within our day-to-day life. So this could also put everything that you are doing for yourself or the lack of doing for yourself underneath this cosmic microscope. The key to our healing is the inner critic inside of us, the voice inside of us, to meet ourselves and greet ourselves with more self-love and compassion with that voice. This is the ultimate choosing of our own oxygen mask first in emotional self-care. So the full moon is risen in Capricorn. Maybe you're going to start feeling yourself, getting your emotional shift on. So with the Capricornian energy, we can expect this discipline, this necessary responsibility, this choreography of achievement for really improving our health and also our well-being. So it's time to release any and all of those outdated ways of tradition of how we've been caring for ourselves. They're outdated or not, possibly. But with that, my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And of course, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do go ahead and hit that white rabbit on YouTube where you're tuning in, Tonya D. Share my musings along with my Musing with Tonya D podcast. You can also subscribe there. This is the season of the witches. But being in the season of Cancer, we've got the sacral center weaving our threads. This is the ebb and the flow of our emotional field, the moon, the goddess of the night, and all of her illuminating bounty, illuminating the home, the season of Cancer, feeling the divine pour of our emotional field, feeling our feelings, your feelings inside of you, and your inner child, feeling love inside of yourself, one of the divine love that is percolating, divine love percolations, resonating into the oneness, the emotional field. But before again I go any further, let's give a shout out to the village. The tribe is excelling and growing. And I'm serious, gratitude and blessings. New peeps entering the community, the show, subscribers. I do see you and I hear you. I just love to give a validation, a voice of acknowledgement and gratitudes out into the world. Thanks for paying it forward and showing up. New friends and guests, welcome to the show. I am truly magnetizing, monetizing angelic numbers of subscribers to my channel. And in the season of Cancer, 2222, like 2222, or the Elven numbers, I'm really kind of attuning to Elven numbers, infinity, infinite ones or twos, or are we going to hit the angel numbers of the ones? We've got options as always. So like I say, stay curious and question everything. Hitting the goal story, the spirit to spirit to spirit, inspirited intentions, 777, infinity and beyond there. Just creating a village of musers, angel numbers. I can tell you're in already. And just know, sharing with your friends and like-minded groups and whatnot, it really does take a tribe, a village beyond like-mindedness, feelingness in this case, to choreograph the stage, to change the world into those unlimited possibilities of an optimistic venue, especially when you feel like the rug's been ripped out from underneath you unexpectedly. And also, let's give a shout out to those of you that have been on my journey since the very beginning and been tuning into my show. As always, Ashe and blessings to you and for you. And those that do tune in to the replay later on your own timeline or wherever you are on this galactic Earth planet. And remember, a comment if you do feel like you need a message for your day. Sharing is also another way of just paying it forward. And of course, you can find me on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, Reels, and whatnot. And again, thanks for saving and sharing my Reels, by the way. I do see that. And just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we do have energetic hiccups and we need another worldly life coach assistant, myself included, to see things through a different perspective, a new set of eyes, to really get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, what's this all about? It's the cosmic insights, the planets, the elements of the galaxy doing their cosmic dance. By design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon through the seasons and the gates on both little diagrams there. But for the season of Cancer, it's the sacral center online. It's emotional or feeling empathy. If you're not sure what your gifts are, take my Change Your Stars quiz and really find out your intuitive gift order or psychic ability. We all have them. But the emotional foundation, the moon, the goddess of the night, the foundation of our fourth house. Who's on the cusp of your fourth house? Where is your natal moon? The four pillars of Chinese astrology are destiny. I go into the elemental of the day, the energy centers, the pathways, even the fields. And as a reflector, I'm always asking myself, am I in the right place with the right people? Or am I in the right situation and the right place with the right people? Or what am I seeing that nobody else can see? Or what am I hearing that nobody else can hear? What is the movement that I'm creating within this moment? What's the solution within the movement that I'm creating? So if you are curious how you too can utilize the elementals off-grid or on this grid, activating your Rising of the Origins portal, do so now to inspire perspective that you may not have seen in them. The key truly is trusting our intuition. And again, take my quiz, Change Your Stars. If you are curious about your intuitive gifts, some of them might just be out of otherworldly or out of body. The out of body energy centers light up on a different stage. Being in the season of what we feel, the goddess of the night, again, the moon, Cancer season. The moon on the tides of this full buck moon on this blessed day. So have you truly, authentically been feeling your feelings, your emotional field? Following the moon during the season of Cancer. Again, I follow the moon as a reflector by design through the astrology, the gates in human design. Journaling with the moon. So what's the feeling? Feeling empathy. Our sacral is online, our emotional zone of neutrality, possibly, and just paying attention to what you feel being embodied. So we're in the midst of our inner child, the sacral, activating. It's already been activated. It comes alive between 6 months to about 2.5 years. And we all used emotions as a way of communicating. Watch little kids. How do they communicate? With feeling. So today our feelings are at the highest octave of our higher self, connecting with our Sira, what we look like on the other side. feeling emotional integrity, the perfect divine pour, cleansing the auric field. So with that, thank you for tuning in. Truly grateful. On the Musing Moon meditation, listen in. I also have the Sacred Circle meditation I'm starting. So you may feel somewhat of a relief energetically, restoration, resurrection in a way of your emotional field, cleansing the auric field of your emotional field into your sacral. Feelings become something today. So this is an energy field, really making up both the material world along with our spiritual world and making it become something manifest. And you may also be hyper aware of your feelings, your body being embodied, even the energy of your environment. Maybe you need to do some cleansing around your house, removing or recalibrating everything around you. You may even feel like you're getting bombarded with so much influx of energy and feelings and sensations that you're kind of overloaded, overwhelmed. Your circuitry is literally on fire, sparking everywhere. So grounding, meditating, journaling, all of that's a great idea to really assist in integrating and processing all of this. So if you tend to ignore your emotional side, your feelings today, or even further, you may feel stuffed with all of these emotions, like gagging on them, almost like you've overeaten something. You've eaten way too much, but you just keep on eating to nurture an aspect of yourself. Even issues in the pain body are most likely to be tied up by our feelings that we may have stuffed or stifled or shoved under the rug. Maybe just open up, talk to a friend, journal, releasing any of those pent up emotions. Do some journaling and burn it, bury it, whatever your rituals are. Candle magic is great. It's a day to really evaluate our emotional integrity. It's an energy request, kind of petitioning, and we're being asked of us to really act on the outside with how we are feeling on the inside. So it's the path to restoration. That is emotional integrity. It's like cleaning out the cosmic cobwebs of our wardrobe, but it's in the feeling states through loving ourselves on the inside and also on the outside when we look in the mirror, the divine reflection, the feeling of feeling that divine pour. So ultimately, it's a day to nurture our feelings, our inner child, loving our inner child beyond the divine degree, otherworldly, and doing so until we feel ourselves come into this emotional resonance, this alignment of feeling restored, blessed, right? So the formula really to success, it might feel like you've got a document that's top secret, like the Enterprise. I don't know. Be compassionate, be non-judgmental, be non-critical. Go figure, right? Ironically, when it comes to our heart, do we really care, ironically, about restoring our emotions? And the best approach is not to care about the outcome and detaching from all of the expectations. Take a little field approach, a light field approach, percolating approach, joy molecules bubbling easy, easily, naturally restoring and aligning our inner and outer feelings. So it's time to really heal ourselves from the inside and sharing that healing light to the outer world, scrubbing the wounds, the experiences, faith being restored, faith in alignment. So with that, just a few announcements on the menu. I did end up leaving the Rising of the Origins. The portal is still open for your musing pleasure. The reason being is it's an immersion. There's 5 different days, especially for you to really scrub your field, get into your gift and purpose. So hop on over and activate your portal, especially if you're ready to connect with your gift and purpose, your personal medicine, an elemental or an element of being. That portal is open. I decided to entertain and enhance that opportunity. And I do have a new podcast episode out. This is fantastic. Laura Ballet, looks like ballet, but it's the ancient empowerment hidden in science. This is the season of the witches. That's the theme of this year. We're halfway through episode 726. And I do believe energy is the medicine of our future. I think it always has been, but for somewhere we had an energetic hiccup. And I am using about a sorceress kind of podcast series, setting our stage, our foundation, to go along with the Witcher series, if you will. Something that you could listen to on your device to really shift your reality. something to kind of bring in the indigenous into the subtle. It's kind of a wishing well, a wishing tree to connect us. And I do cowrie shell divinations for those of you that are needing some one-on-one. This is like the sacred energies of the indigenous ways. I was trained with Melodoma Some, an indigenous African shaman. I've been a protege of his for over 10 years. Just connecting you to your own personal medicine, your magic, through ritual and prescription. If your soul is actually at a crossroads, I think we're all there. I also do have other online offerings into the elemental and the subtle. The Energy Body Demystified, which is actually one of my very first online courses. This is actually just about setting the foundation. If you're new to energy healing and energy medicine, it's a beginner's journey. And then we go from there into Change Your Stars, where you can harness your intuitive gifts, the power of them. Go ahead and take that quiz if you're curious. And the name comes from A Knight's Tale. That's kind of how I choreographed that. When the dad says that you can change your stars, and we all can. I believe we are all stars on this spiritual walk of fame. So it's time to be the creator, the star that you are. And then after that, one of my other favorites, of course, they're all my favorites because it's all a journey, right? Uncover Secrets of the Other World. This is really just a choreography of diving into the other world. I do dive into life and death, my own life and death experience there. And then I also have Voices of the Other World, which is a kickoff from that because there are beings in the other world, the what a maze, and whatnot, spirit totems, all the things, just being initiated and blessed really to be able to connect with this. So curious minds always want to know, right? Not realizing life is a journey. It's all a part of our divine essence, I guess. And if you are in Salt Lake City, Utah, coming to Crohn's Hollow on July 16th, Gift and Purpose, I'm going to be there live. It's a live event. I do have a raffle, and hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, I think that's all that I have on the menu today. So on the Elemental Highway, we do have a Yang Water Dog of a Day, a Ren Xu. And at the Hour of the Tiger, we're going to have a fire trine. The Yang water is the ocean. It's Neptune. It's big. It's the galaxy. That's kind of how I see that. But it's our intuition, our imagination, philosophy, exploring our dreams and ideas, all percolating, going out to the core, the deepest of the core of the waters, the healing waters, the ancient healing waters, healing the wounds of a timeline, a lifetime. So treating ourselves better than ever before. And the dog is power, but it's a power of kind of like restriction. It's like power we don't even know we have. It's probably loyal, maybe a little controlling, but we do have a resource coming towards us, but we also have wealth deep and hidden. So the horse is also wealth, yin fire, and also for a Yang water day. That's what that means. And Yang earth is rooted in the dog, the month. So this power is coming to us from an unseen source. Like we have our own leadership abilities. They're nurturing, possibly controlling a little bit. So expect the unexpected, you know. Our day doesn't have any friends. It's kind of lonely there at the top. The yin water on the year, that's a competitor. It's a rival. I think the earth is sucking all this in though, right? Because Yang earth actually gives direction to both yin and yang water. Think of rivers, you know, they've got earth on the side or a dam, stuff like that coming to it. So yeah, so that's our performance is the rabbit. The rabbit brings us performance. So it's going to be somewhat drastic, innovative, something rebellious kind of in a way, maybe eccentric. But metal, we've only got hidden metal there. I would say our day needs metal. It also does need big water, yang water, like a lake or the ocean. Do a ritual there. Those would be the elementals of the day. So getting to the history of our bones, going to the stones, possibly even creating a crystal grid on this full moon day, maybe out by the ocean side or the side of a riverbank, doing an offering, creating some circuitry, even to the genies, the jinns, the angels. And the messages of the week are coming in from the Seers, the Light Seers Academy, I guess is what I should say. Super excited about that, but don't panic with the 9 of Swords. I think swords always get a bad rap, but this is grief, but it's also action. 9 is Mars energy. Mars is in the season of Leo, where we're being kind of mindful of our feelings, thinking about our feelings along with our heart. on the choreography of this. So our heart is kind of guiding us. Our intuition is actually guiding us to feel love and actually speak of that love and take an action on that initiation. And the swords, I would say, are kind of like Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy, or all of the above. Maybe you're worrying, maybe you're feeling depressed, maybe you're feeling detached, maybe you're having some anxiety, maybe you're even having some nightmares where you can't sleep, maybe you're feeling a little fearful. So this is really an opportunity to find our inner light, to find our courage, metal energy, right? Metal is courage, brazen courage maybe. It's time to really hone in and focus on safety, security, the things that are going well in our life, an attitude of gratitude possibly. So you might want to ask yourself, what's keeping you up at night? So this is a suggestion for you, really, that it's time. It's a time in our lives when those negative thoughts are kind of gaining momentum. So when you might find yourself expending too much energy worrying about your future, perception is everything. So don't allow the negative self-talk to kind of trip up or trip over. Get it out of your way. So if you're in a pessimistic mindset, a spiraling mindset, whirling out of control, it can really lead us into anxiety, stress, or even depression, even when thoughts carry zero truth. We need our truth serum. We need to speak our truth, our authenticity, utilizing our throat center. So maybe you're imagining the worst instead of activating the best, especially with this moon. It's time to flip our perspectives and sending those nurturing, loving thoughts into our situations with feelings to overcome any of those disturbing thoughts, especially in our emotional field today. So just looking out to the light within all our situations, and notice that even the tiniest window of brightness can truly keep fear at bay and away. Utilizing our light to expose all the illusions, allowing worry to really dissipate, soften up, as our bad dreams are illuminated for what they really are. They're an illusion. Seeing our fears as the illusions that they are. Fantastic. I really kind of like this. I don't know if you can see the bed in there, but yeah, this is like having sleepless nights. But we're getting over that because I don't know if you can see the one crow or raven at the very top there, the white one. That's the light. And then on Terrific Tuesday, we have the Seven of Wands. Sevens get us to heaven. It's a fire energy of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Spirit. Spirit is always calling us home, right? So how about we initiate love of our spiritual side, connecting with Spirit, the divine pour? How about if we pay attention to our intuitive gift order, go out on an adventure? Or what if we install the ability to act on Spirit, have a spirit-to-spirit conversation, initiating, great initiation. But the Seven of Wands is kind of challenging us, grounding, protecting ourselves. It's movement, growth. It's that creative innovation. It's remaining ahead. It's future orientated. It's futuristic, possibly feeling vulnerable, especially after the full moon connection with Spirit. It's a sign to continue to share our ideas, to share our self-expression, to be the light. And of course, the world is also always full of haters, right? They emerge only after we've made it to our perch. We've made it to the top. They're whipping their wands about us, asking us to defend our accomplishments, our achievements, our glory. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining so brightly out into the world. So be that starlight. And if you're feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it really is important to remember that others likely truly want what you have. So just stand up, be brave, be courageous, and continue to do your beautiful thing, mindfully calling feelings of love, well-being into your body, the divine pour. Create a protective bubble of energy around you, being your own cosmic sphere, and remain in synchronized alignment with your birthright, your bright vision. Just rejecting any and all low vibrations, negative states that others may be pushing towards you or at you. You don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. You know, do a checkmate, a vital check-in, and just make sure that you are acting in a way that's aligned with your highest self, your highest values, your highest worth. And when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your authentic dreams. Just know that you're deserving of all of your success, all of your light. and you're bravely shining that light out into the world to be the star that I ultimately believe we all are. And then on Wednesday, just for adding to the glory of it, we have justice, which actually brings me back to today, the energy of today, the 11th. The Capricorn full moon is at the 11th degree. That's where that comes from. So this does bring me back to today, quite honestly, the reflection there. So whatever you're feeling today, I hope you journaled. I hope you took some sacred space, connected with your divine heart, your highest of heart, loving yourself twice or double pour your physical heart along with your spiritual. But this is the natural law. It's balance. It's karma, which could be good or bad. It's truth. It's wisdom, innate. It's also legal matters, could be fairness. It's the causing of the rippling effect, integrity, having objectivity. It's a perspective. It's even being accountable. It's asking us to learn from our past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly, taking it all in and growing from it. It's an energy that is not about perfection, but about fairness, honesty, balancing, harmonics. It's highlighting clarity of our motivations, our intentions. It's the highest of hearts. And it's asking us to be realistic about the cause and the effect of our thoughts and actions, the choreography of that. Seeking to balance our growth with both positivity, optimistic venue is what I'm saying, learning from many different parts of who we are authentically inside of us. In this case, it's our feelings. So even in a current situation, be impartial. And we're reframing our reality with our emotions, working to remove any negative emotional charge from the equation. So if fear is causing you to act in a way that you weren't proud of, seek a variety of different perspectives before judging another person's actions to be good or bad, kind of stepping out of the field, and just know that only the true path ahead of us is not one that's necessarily black or white. It's usually very colorful, but it is always, always one of divine love percolating. We even have good karma, so it's delightful and loving. It can also be motivating, one of the most motivating teachers there is. But the 11 really is the divine pour. So I would actually reflect back today on Wednesday, maybe re-listen to this and kind of tune into that and journaling about your week in progress. And then Thursday, we've got the King of Wands, which actually brings me back to Tuesday. So it's kind of a Wands kind of a day or week. But the King of Wands, this is fiery. It's proud. It's a proud prince that he is, or a proud king that he is. What am I saying? His staff in hand. I love the fiery staff there. This really does remind me of Leo, the lion. How about you? Just saying, we do have Leo on the cusp here. And we got a lot of planets in Leo, right? So this is the entrepreneurial spirit. It's a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful. It's creativity, it's visions, it's timelessness, success, fire, passion, and all the things. But he's a fiery guy, very charismatic, natural born leader, whose vitality is just emanating through his laughter, his obsession with love and with love of life, living life well. So as we dance into this energy, we may be feeling a surge of that entrepreneurial passion, the fiery passion that pushes us to the edge of our epic success. Be epic. It's a message of moguls, masterpieces, soul inspiration, calling us to unleash this offbeat kind of weirdo woo-woo that we've got inside of us. Be absolutely unapologetic in your pursuit of the stellar, grounding your vision through the wild novel expression of those ultra big ideas, unlimited possibilities. So if you find yourself getting tripped up by the mundane of the everyday world, call in your assistants, recruit some help, map out your big golden picture. Holler passionately. Invite others to see what you see, to see the world differently. Be passionate, be fiery, be heart-fueled even, because we're building an empire of light, all of us together. We cannot do this alone, and we are energetic beings. So totally gravitating towards that. So I'm super excited there. And it might feel a little topsy-turvy-ish, just saying. I'll get into that later. And then Friday, we finish with the Hierophant, the Stairway to Heaven, which is also fantastic. Maybe we're bridging heaven to earth. Feels like that. I don't know. But this is tradition, spiritual leaders, being a guide, enlightenment, awakening. It's actually being in service of spirit, Maybe you're having a formal education, maybe some training, maybe you're opening the door to a new paradigm. Maybe it's time to see the world with those unlimited possibilities, or bridging the gap between the unlimited possibilities, bringing them down to the earth plane. Maybe we're in search of, going on a quest for our own divine truth. And in doing so, we create frameworks of beliefs that really help us to expand our consciousness, adding to the treasure, grounding our faith into this reality. So, have you been stuck in an old tradition, or maybe a structured way of acting or being that's not even yours? It's no longer serving who you are, maybe. So it's time to really let it just fall away in order to really make space, open the door for a better version of really who you are. So this is a gateway. The Hierophant is a gateway between divine source and the seeker, and it serves to open us up to a new paradigm, perspectives, even teachers in our lives, mystics, mages, seers, changers, stars, the energy body demystified. I don't know. Maybe looking into the patterns around yourself and striving to understand your own internal compass. And just know that while there is wisdom in the teachings of the mystics and the mages, the voice of your own heart is the one voice that matters the most. Tuning into your inner guidance speak system, finding the wisdom of the heavens within ourselves, and knowing that we are all our own guru. The guidance we need is rooted in our faith, our beliefs, and in our own unique divine essence. So just be aware. Be a Yoda. The force is within us. And the five is our mind. It's the voice of our feelings on this full moon energy day, initiating the healing of those core wounds. Where in your body, your surroundings to you, like where do you feel you could treat yourself better? Is it the physical? Is it the environment? Treating your body better. Where can you really love yourself like the Creator does, and trusting in the universe to heal those core wounds of all of the experiences, bringing in a new perspective and seeing the world through the eyes of the Creatrix, the divine matrix. I would affirm the divine pour of loving myself and feeling that love better, treating myself better, healing the wounds of a timeline. So with that, Ashe, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, blessings.
Had a smooth life. There was actually something while you were writing the book that actually you could have really used, because it was physical, it was pain, and it really blocked a lot, but I was determined. And as you know, those stories go, when you are living in your truth, when you are allowing yourself to expand to that universal connectivity. I didn't feel the pain when I was writing. It disappeared, and 6 hours would go by. I wouldn't move. And then all of a sudden, the physical part of my body would realize, you need food, you need water, you need to go to the bathroom, you need to stretch, because the sitting on it all of a sudden. But when I was in the movement of knowing that I was empowered rather than the fear of the disempowered, the pain just subsided and the work came forward. So, and again, you can use it for, I don't want to be in pain arguing with my